I had the accident, my mum passed away at the same time I was in hospital. That was, everything just changed. I was living in the same flat where she was, but I couldn't cope because I just had a brain hemorrhage. Things just changed so fast. Because I tried to survive by myself. It wasn't that easy. Because people was taking advantage. But I didn't think they was taking advantage. Yeah, there was. So when you have an accident, you think you're the same, but you're not. You know, because you're some part of you is missing. But then people say, Joe, you're a bit slow now. You should be faster. You know, your brain's working quick. But they say you're not the same. She does change it.
I want people to understand how simple it is. It can happen just like just like that.
Physios tell you to tap your fingers, and you keep doing it, and you keep doing faster, 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 over and over and over again. It's very boring in the end, but hopefully at some point you'll be so good you learn to play the piano.
Look, when it comes to this, look. See that? I'm not going to drop it. See this? No, see this? That's me. Alright, that's me.
Seasons help remembering time wistful. Seasons help create something wistful that's been and gone. It's better gone. Time to move on.
You know, for so many people, work is such a thing about, it's so important to identity. Some of the work that's being done at Headway is about helping people find their identity and other things. Really being involved in a project like, you know, in the art studio, or a project like this film project, or, you know, in the kitchen, where people feel that there's some sort of purpose. Because I think, you know, work is such a massive thing in our society in terms of where we get our identity and our respect.
People to confront those things in a safe way. There's learning that comes out of that can benefit everybody. It tells us what being human is.
What can you learn from the head injury that takes away skills, but sometimes on appearance nothing? This loneliness grades you, amazed, shocked, stunned at the new you. Skills that you found straightforward, and a silence that you filled easily. Headway gives you a space where we all have a collective experience, breaking away from isolation. Headway moves you away from loneliness. The community of Headway carries you forward and brings you into the present.
Thank you very much.
Hello! Hi!
Hello. Shall I start?
Yeah, go for it.
My name's Billy. I come to Headway, East London, every Thursday, and I do as little as possible. No, that's a joke.
I've been coming here for around 5-6 years now. I came here straight from hospital. I was referred here. Didn't think I'd like anything like this at all, but it's just been a complete life changer for me. And why it's especially important is that a Headway, you're involved in pretty much everything, so you get to take part, you get to be included, you're not excluded, and so it's really important for people with brain injury. Because it's a Headway, people, I mean, I suffer from a stroke, but there's people who have got really, really, really profound brain injuries, is that right? Anyway, we've got really, really severe brain injuries because they can't speak, hardly move, and so there's a whole range of people, from people who can speak, as you can tell, I can speak quite okay now, but other people can't speak at all, so we have to find different ways. And the staff at Headway, what they specialise on, what they're really, really good at is working with us, not for us, and not telling us what to do. They work with us in partnership and we do things together. And so you feel then, as a person who would normally be excluded from society, you feel included. So that's why it's important to me. Chris, who are you?
So my name is Chris, and I've been at Headway for 6 years. My current role is called Public Engagement Officer, and perhaps I explain a bit what Headway is. So Headway East London is a charity based in East London, in Haggerston, and what we do is a day centre where 150 people come and spend like 5 hours a day. We don't have the 150 every day, we've got different groups, so people who come on Mondays will always come on Monday, and then another group on Tuesdays. So across the week is 150 survivors that we work with. And as part of these 5 hours that they spend here at the centre, we offer different activities, workshops. We also have a therapy team. So members can be referred to therapies if they need, like physiotherapy, occupational therapy, psychotherapy. We also have a team called Casework Team, which is a team that supports members with any kind of like advice or advocacy with benefits, paperwork, things like that. And then we've got the occupational projects. So we have an industrial kitchen in the centre, which is amazing, and members cook with the manager of the kitchen, and volunteers as well get involved in it, and they cook a meal every day for everyone else.
Big thing, food, isn't it?
Yeah,
it's a big thing around here.
Popular. So we all eat together at one, volunteers, staff and members, and every 2 months we do a supper club, so you're welcome to come to Haggerston if you ever want to come and join on that. We also have an art studio that Billy spends a lot of time there.
Well, most of us, I'm just hiding, doing nothing, listening to the music. The music's the best in the art.
In the art studio, not the art, the music.
No, but the art's fantastic, but you know, I go to listen to the music and just just hang out. Really, yeah. I mean, all the cool people just just think, who's that fellow walked in? So
good playlist in there.
Oh, it is, yeah.
But talking about music, we also have a music group and a choir, women's choir on Tuesdays. And so yeah, it's like lots of different things happening in the centre across the week. I guess as part of my role as a public engagement officer, it's also trying to develop or to showcase all the amazing work that we do at Headway outside our walls. So we are recently been working with the Barbican Centre. We also work with institutions like the Welcome Collection. I don't know if you heard of all these places there in Falmouth. And what we try to do is showcase members' work and art, and also to raise awareness about brain injury, but in a more creative.
Well, basically just regular members of society. That's putting that message across that, we're here too.
Yeah, exactly. Cool. Yeah.
I'm Laura, and I'm the Communications and Development Manager. So my job is to promote all of that amazing stuff happening at Headway. So I do social media, website, help out with the events, and I guess I tie into all of this work as well because our main aim, our first aim, is to try and raise awareness of brain injury, which is a hugely complex thing to try and explain to people. There are many different causes and many different effects, as Billy alluded to. So the way that we work with people who have acquired brain injury, so they're people who have predominantly lived without any disability, and then something has happened. So either you can have a stroke, or an illness like meningitis, or encephalitis, or a traumatic brain injury, so car crash, falls, assaults, and things like that. And you'll find within the centre
everyone's different. All different. You can't generalise really, and everyone has their own personality. That's the thing I like about Headway, is that everyone is themselves, and no one feels judged here, and so they allow you to see them in some way. So that's quite kind of a nice thing, I think.
But you said earlier as well that I guess people live with different challenges as a result of their injury.
Yeah.
And that's one of the main things that we've wanted to promote in our work, is that you can sometimes see the effects of brain injury, but quite a lot of the time you can't, can you?
Oh, absolutely. And the sort of mental health problems often go hand in hand with brain injury, because you're excluded, you're isolated, you feel alienated. A whole range of problems that come with the injury itself. You might go through a car windscreen, for example, and you have frontal damage to your head, but your personality is going to change completely. So people are different here, and it's quite interesting. Some people, there's one member here who speaks about some young nieces that she has. They've never known it in any other way than having a brain injury, whereas the rest of their family have known it from before then. So some people comparison. My wife calls me old Billy and new Billy, because I'm a different person now.
And I guess, we were saying that some people may have problems with memory, some people may have challenges with walking and movement and talking, but there are all these like myriad of other things. So there's a mental health aspect, there are things like problem solving.
Yeah. It's all of that. My injury principally down the left hand side. If I didn't do therapy, I wouldn't be able to use my left hand side. So, and it's with balance and coordination. The part of my brain that got injured affects my balance and coordination. So I walk with a stick, and I'm always in danger of falling over and smashing my head on the ground. So that's a danger for me. That's a perpetual danger. But otherwise, I can still. You can tell I can still speak. I'm not as sharp, I don't think. I think my memory is not as good. I forget things quite a lot. But otherwise, I've come out of it, I don't think, not that bad compared with other people.
And what do you get from coming to Headway? How long have you been coming to Headway?
5, 6 years.
5, 6 years.
2013. That's 6 years, isn't it? 6 years.
Yeah.
So principally, it is working in partnership. We're doing this together. We're not. There isn't anyone. There's no one sort of directly in charge here. No one. We're doing it in partnership. So that's the thing really that's important. Is that this is a collective, in that sense. It's a community of people with brain injury. And we work to each other's strengths all the time. That's another thing. we always look at what's good in each other. Whether you can hardly tell the difference between staff, volunteers and members sometimes, just to look at. But we all look for the positives in us.
Yeah. And I guess it'd be great to have your help, no? To think about how could we, because as we mentioned, brain injury can be sometimes a bit hidden, so sometimes it's physical, and you can really tell that someone might have a disability, but a lot of our members, they always mention that people don't recognize them as someone that is actually struggling because they look physically okay, but they might have like 5 minutes memory, or they may have like lots of impairments to be able to even travel alone and like plan the journey, and more like problems with like cognitive functions, right? But you cannot see that, so it's kind of hidden. So we were thinking that because in May is there is like a week a year that is dedicated to raising awareness for brain injury, which is in May, and it's called Brain Injury Awareness Week. Is that right? Communications manager. And we were thinking that perhaps you could help us think of a campaign that we could use in May to kind of raise awareness about the hidden disability related to acquired brain injuries. And yeah.
It's a tricky subject because some people, you know, there's one member here who says he can't really remember. It's taken him 5 years to remember my name, you know, but he does now. But I think he's doing it through sight maybe. So he's getting somewhere, you know, with this. But some people, you know, 1 minute to the next they can't remember things. So it's a strange situation. And there is one member who says, you know, that's a good thing, and it's a bad thing. It's a bad thing because he wakes up in the morning because he doesn't know if he killed someone last night. The good thing is, every day is a completely new start. So he looks upon it as a blank sheet of paper and off he goes. And just hopes that he hasn't killed anyone last night. He'll go.
The other thing that I thought was quite interesting that you might also like to explore a little bit with that is that thing about identity.
Yeah, who are you now?
Exactly, so what Billy was saying about an old Billy and a new Billy.
Yeah.
Some people feel that very distinct split, other people might not, but that's quite an important thing that we explore here at Headway, isn't it, through the work that we do. So some people say they're discovering new identities here, or sort of like exploring how they've changed since their injury. So that's something that I think would be quite interesting to intersect with the hidden disabilities.
The Who Are You Now life stories are a good indication of that. So there's things like I didn't have anything to do with art before I came to Headway. I just liked the music they were playing and wandered in, and the studio manager insisted I did something. So that's how it started. Other people, you know, they have some idea about what they think art is. Others are just exploring themselves. So completely different things that people, you know, have. Some people can remember some things, some people can't remember anything.
We haven't yet got to a point where we have a distinct campaign for May in terms of where we'd exactly use those, but we definitely use them online. We've got quite a good social media following, and we have an Instagram account for both Headway and our art studio. So we definitely like to use those images, I suppose, as more of an online campaign at the very first instance, and if we were able to pitch those out to possibly then become more of a feature to coincide with that week, if any of the people involved would like to tell their story alongside the images, then we'd probably, we'd look to do that too. But I guess we'd want to start with it being like a very striking online campaign to start with.
we'd also be interested in what you, I mean, because we see these things as a partnership, so we'd be interested in what you can bring to the party. So this is a you know, a dance of two, you know, parties here. So please, you know, be honest, be open, and you know, feel free to express yourself.